Well, hi there, everybody, and good Friday morning to you. Made it to the weekend. We all made it to the weekend, really. It's going to be cooler weather out there, but still, I think a lot of people are looking forward to the decent weather we're going to have these next couple of days. Now, the issue this morning, the wind's a little bit breezy, and one thing that's not showing up on Futurecast, draw a line basically from Cherry County to Broken Bow to St. Paul to Lincoln and go north from there. All those areas are under some clouds this morning. So expect some cloud cover farther to the south. Expect a lot more sunshine to the south and to the west of that line. But those clouds will give way to sunshine gradually through the day today. Again, the breezy start to our day, a little chilly out there in some spots, but it should be mild. But again, noticeably cooler today. Yesterday we had 70s and even some lower 80s. Today, 60s and maybe even a couple of upper 50s up to the north, which is actually pretty normal for this time of the year. Those winds will die back tonight. Clear skies, those light winds. It's going to be cold out there with high pressure scooting in. Be prepared maybe for some patchy frost. Now, one thing I'll mention is that the local National Weather Service offices are not issuing frost advisories or freeze warnings at this point because we've already had those colder conditions in almost every location. So if you still have any kind of vegetation that you want to save, hey, I pulled a squash out of my garden last night and cooked it up, and it was still delicious. So some people are still trying to save some vegetation. May want to cover that up or bring it in if it's at all possible. But after the cold start tomorrow, a decent day, lots of sunshine, not as windy, not as breezy, a little cool, but not too bad. It looks like upper 50s and lower 60s in most locations. So overall, a decent Saturday and the coolest day we're going to see over the next 7 days to come. Temps for today will top out mid to upper 50s to lower 60s up north. Again, some morning clouds giving way to afternoon sunshine. A little breezy up there. Those northwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Lighter winds back towards the west, mainly sunny skies, mid to upper 60s. Also mid to upper 60s and even low around near 70 degrees down in near Phillipsburg and Plainville, Kansas. Again, I think mostly sunny skies in the south. Same story out towards the east. Maybe a couple of clouds early from Lincoln and York northward. Winds 10 to 20 miles per hour and temperatures in the 60s for the most part in the eastern part of the viewing area. Heading to football games tonight, a little cool but not too bad. We've had several weeks in a row of chilly conditions, so kind of used to it at this point. 59 degrees to start the game between Sandy Creek and Southern Valley. 48 by the end of the game. Winds not too much of an issue. Beatrice and Norris a little bit more of the same for the most part. Mid 50s to start, upper 40s by the end of the game. A little bit cooler up there in Antelope County between Neely Oakdale and Elgin Public and Elgin Pope John. Temperature starting off low 50s, mid 40s by the end of the game. And the Husker game day forecast for tomorrow. A big game, hopefully a turnaround game for the Huskers, getting back on track there in Evanston, Illinois. Hopefully we get Ryan Field filled up with some red out there as well, like we had a couple of years ago. But it will be cool out there, a little chilly out there for that 6:30 kickoff. 50 degrees before the game should be the high for the day, and then upper 40s for kickoff, mid 40s by the end of the game. A bit breezy, some clouds around, but no precipitation to speak of. Your extended forecast again tomorrow, the coolest day after that colder start, 34 degrees. Saturday morning we get up to 62. So overall, a decent day out there for Saturday, and then back into the low 70s Sunday through Wednesday. Chance of rain moves in still Wednesday night into Thursday. Maybe a couple degrees cooler for Thursday, but indications are from some of the long-range forecast models, we're going to keep this warm air around for almost could be almost through the entire end of the month. So yeah, some pretty nice weather sticking around even despite these cooler conditions these next couple of days. So I hope you enjoy the weather because, again, sometimes we can get Octobers with 30s and 40s. It happened 5 years ago, so it's nice to see 60s and 70s on that graphic instead. So there's your forecast for today. Until next time, I'm meteorologist Travis Klineski. Hope you have a great weekend.